Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here with your Wednesday Sports. We start with news from the UAF hockey program. Alaska defenseman Justin Woods from Fairbanks will miss the 2014-2015 season after being diagnosed on May 7th with Ewing sarcoma, which is a rare kind of bone cancer. Woods starts his 9 months of chemotherapy this Thursday at Seattle Children's Hospital. In a press release on AlaskaNanix.com, Woods said, "Although I am missing the 2014-2015 season, I'm very lucky for this to have been caught early. My doctor promised that I would play hockey again, so I'm holding on to that with my life while going through this long process of treatments." Head coach Dallas Ferguson also commented. He said, "Although this is a battle he has not seen before, I know he will have the same determined approach to successfully complete his treatments. Our focus will be in supporting Justin and his family any way we can to ensure he returns to Fairbanks healthy." Woods played in 33 games for the Nanooks in his rookie season. He had 36 blocks. He got his first multi-point game in Game 1 against UAA in the first round of the WCHA playoffs. Woods is not alone. Drew Brown of Providence Hockey has also been diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, which was made known last week. There's been an outpouring of support both locally and from the college hockey world. ESPN's John Buccigross tweeted that he will be donating to Justin Woods through hockey charities, and you can help Justin too. Go to webcenter11.com for more information on donating to Justin. He has a GoFundMe page and an account set up through Denali Alaska Federal Credit Union. His $20,000 goal is for expenses. The Alaska Nanook volleyball team will be in 2 tournaments before starting their GNAC games. That's what highlights their 2014 season schedule. UAF has their alumni match on August 30th, then on September 4th. The start of the Nanook Classic featuring Tiffin and St. Edwards at the Patty Center. Then on September 12th, the Nooks travel to Colorado for the CSU Pueblo UCCS Volleyball Classic. While in Pueblo, they'll play Adams State and CS Pueblo. Then they go to Colorado Springs to face UCSS before taking on Lindenwood. The first GNAC games for UAF will be at Simon Fraser in Western Washington on September 16th and 18th. The Nooks return home to host SPU and MSUB September 20th and 22nd for their first GNAC home matches. They will face UAA on October 11th in Anchorage. UAF's last 7 matches are at the Patty, 5 of their last 7 are at the Patty Center, including the last 3. That 3-game homestand will end the year, and it starts with UAA on November 8th. A link to the full schedule is on the sports page of webcenter11.com. And the Alaska women's basketball team also released their schedule for the 2014-2015 season. They start the year co-hosting the GNAC Pac-West Challenge with rival UAA. Both teams will play Chaminade and Holy Names at the Patty Center. UAF goes to Utah on November 19th to play Dixie State, and then Cal State, San Marcos, and Chico State in the Dixie Women's B-Ball Thanksgiving Classic. Then on November 27th to 13th, North Star Invitational. This year's field is Saginaw Valley State, Colorado Christian, and Augustania College. Their first GNAC games will be December 4th and 6th at SPU and MSUB. December 19th and 20th, UAF will be in the AT&T Classic, taking on Pacific and Texas A&M Kingsville. Alaska will start 2015 at home against Central Washington on New Year's Day, and on January 3rd versus NNU. On January 17th, the Nooks visit UAA, and Alaska will host the Seawolves on Valentine's Day 2015. 5 of their last 7 games are at home. March 4th is day 1 of the GNAC Championship Tournament in Billings, Montana, and a link to that full schedule is on the sports page of webcenter11.com. Moving on to high school sports, we go to the South Davis Sports Complex where they had a couple of softball games. The North Pole Patriots were hosting the Delta Junction Huskies, and the Patriots were up 16-8, and they would add to that lead. How about an inside the park 3-run home run by Selena Dykes, bringing all the runners in. The Ramos girls, Carissa and Allison, provided the defense. Allison with a nice catch on a fly ball to get the out. Carissa getting the K as North Pole wins big over Delta last night. Also, the Hutchinson Hawks faced the Monroe Rams. The Hawks in the bottom of the second. They had a 12-2 lead and would add to it with an RBI single from Riley Jacobs. She was on point, going 3 for 3. She had a triple and 3 RBIs for Hutch. The Rams tried to rally, getting 2 runs in the top of the third. Savannah Matt went 2 for 3 with a double and 2 runs scored, but not quite enough. Kelsey Huntington retired 4 batters for Hutch, who wins the contest 15-4. Also, sticking with some more high school sports scores. In baseball last night, West Valley wins 12-5 over Delta Junction despite 7 errors, and the North Pole Patriots got a narrow 5-4 win over the Monroe Rams. In soccer, the state-bound West Valley Wolfpack wrapped up the regular season with a 7-0 win over Hutchinson. Brandon DeWeese had a hat trick, and Jacob Lurs scored twice. West Valley finishes 9-3-2 and 7-0-1 in the MAC. The Hutchinson girls rallied for a 2-1 win over West Valley. In the girls' game, Ellie Veazey tied it, and Katie Hopper, she scored the game winner on a penalty shot. In the second half, Jamie Millis scored for the Pack. And the North Pole girls won 5-0 over the Allison Ravens, led by Lindsay Damels, 3 goals. Some Alaska NFL news, if you will. Yesterday, the Buffalo Bills signed wide receiver Caleb Holly to an undrafted free agent contract. Holly from Anchorage went to East High School. Holly set a school record of 970 receiving yards on 55 catches with 9 TDs for East Central and Oklahoma last year. 8 of his 9 TDs and 710 receiving yards were in his last 5 games. Holly was the only tryout player from the Bills' rookie minicamp to sign. Also, the Fairbanks Golf Course will be open tomorrow on regular greens. And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Your full weather forecast is next, and we'll catch you next time.